Look at her. Aquaria.
This raggedy pretty bitch. Like I said on season 10, I was rooting for everybody black and Aquaria, okay? She's had a glow up in the sense that she grew up. Like, she was a spoiled brat on that damn show. Ooh, she really was. But between the close of the show and by the time it aired and by the time she was in the top 4, just her conversations and like how articulate she was and or she just became whatever. Like, I mean, I was like, sis, I love you even more. And so like, I know I didn't make Miss Congeniality. And so I said, if I didn't, or Monet didn't, then I would like to see Aquaria because she was just really, really sweet. And that actually triggered another bitch, but that's whatever, so.
It did seem like she took time to start to listen to people.
Yes.
To not brush things off.
Very, very that.
Because everyone has a lot of emotions around her. She won. She was coming from a pedigree of New York clubland.
She really, really did. I mean, it was really hard, I'm not gonna lie, to know that, look, privilege is privilege, and so whatever the privilege is, we all gonna use whatever privilege we got to get ahead in the win. And like, sis had connections.
Yeah.
She, like you said, she has that showroom closet access. Well, bitch, if Moschino's gonna give it to you, well, bitch, you better bring it, because if he gave it to me, I would've brought it.
Yes.
So, very that, but by the time it was all said and done, and even on the show, she was a brat, but she was never like arrogant with it. And by the time the show even aired, I felt like there was just a humility with it. And I think like there is such a thing like when you are that girl, because the bitch is that girl. Aquaria is that girl, period. Like just period, she really is. But to be humble, and if the bitch ain't, she's a great actress. But there's just a humility about her and a tenderness about her that like I love sincerely. Like she is my little baby sister and I love her.
All right. Look at her. Monet Exchange.
What's the dude from the Green Mile?
Right. I can't remember exactly what his name is.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Right.
Michael Clark Duncan.
That one. No, I really did. I thought she was so tiny. And then she was sitting across from me at season 10 at the first episode, and I was like, this bitch is huge. No, she's great. I love Monet. We love to kiki. We love to both eat. We both kind of have that Oprah Winfrey, like we're up, we down, and our little weight loss goes or whatever. But she is amazing. No, I think if I didn't win, my sister won, and I can stand behind that, and I'm so proud of her. She's just amazing and beautiful and talented. I love her.
What's a moment that you guys shared on season 10 or All Stars? Because you guys must have been even more bonded on All Stars because you both had that super turnaround.
I looked at her and I said, sis, we need to both make it to the top. I said, we have to. I said, just for Black queer youth and just Black people in mainstream media, we need Black representation and Black excellence. And so that was our thing. We were like, okay, sis, we gotta go. And a lot of people like to say, well, that's why you didn't vote her off. No, Tracy was bad and Monet was.
All right, look at her. The Vixen.
The Vixen!
A Hey Qween favorite. We love the Vixen around here.
Okay, Vixen loves to get on me because I am very sure I will get you together real quick. And she's like, girl, how'd they get me and not you? Very that, and I go, because bitch, I knew what the cameras were. That one. She is a true activist. She will not go quiet. She will make sure that her voice and her opinion is heard because she is fighting for those that don't have one. And so I love my sister. She's very, very that girl. And she's talented. She is, people like to shade the term crafty queen, but she really, really is. Her eye to see different patterns and things. She made this whole look out of paper that was three-dimensional. So she's really, really talented. I love her. She's great.
What's a moment on set on 10 that the two of you that the cameras never saw?
So I was a huge fan of Vixen before getting on Drag Race. There's a photo when she was performing for the Neverland parties before they became criminals.
Right, they sure did,
Criminals,
didn't they?
Neverland criminals. Raggedy Bitches stole from me and other, her, Shea Coulee, and a whole bunch of other people. Anyway, she did this whole Fifth Element moment, and I was just gagged by her bone structure. Like, she's just gorgeous. And so I was like, hi, I don't know you, but I just want to let you know, like this. I had it saved on my laptop and everything, like the look, and I just wanted to be small enough to have my like man chest out, and like, she's this big.
Yeah.
So, but she's great, and her mama is great. Like, just ride or die family. I love her. She stands.
Love it. Okay, look at her. Eureka O'Hara.
Girl, we just recently had a come to Jesus moment.
Oh, you did?
We really, really did. Because, after the show, I was very much like, I ain't gonna let nobody talk about you, but if I see you at the cookout, just stay over there. Very that tea. Like, oh, she made this potato salad, I'm not eating it. They're very that. But she had a moment, we were at an after party, and she said, sis, can we talk? And I said, yes. And like, she was like, you were there for me after my mom passed away, and she goes, that meant a lot to me. And she said, but before my mom passed, you were there and you had kind words. And she said, but during the competition, she says, I know I was a mess and I was just all of these things and just was all over the place with my emotions. And she goes, but what a lot of people really didn't know is that not only was she taking care of her mom and her sister, who took care of her mom and her sister's kids, but the effects that your mom is going to at some point be dying, and her mom was dying at that time, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so to not give grace for that, and you have all of that pressure of your mom, all of that pressure of your sister, and the fact that you got to come back, okay, I get you now. I understand a little bit more. So I have no qualm, no ill will with her. She is the big girl and she can be slightly obnoxious, but who isn't at times? And I love my sister. In doses. Right. In doses. In doses. Okay. Very that.
Look out. Ariel Versace. Now, the card says you had some beef with her, but I don't
know.
remember.
Here you go. We're going to clarify this up here and there.
The air.
I didn't have not one. Truthfully, I was very much a fan of Ariel. I thought she was very, as far as I knew, I didn't see her on videos. We saw her on Instagram. At least I did.
Right, yeah, that's where I saw her first, too.
Boom. Her photos were cute. Her hair's big. Her makeup is cute. Lovely, lovely, lovely. She got on the show after my season. I was expecting there to be personality, she didn't do that. That was not there. That's at least not what she gave. Okay, cute. World of Wonder brought me in to watch a couple of episodes and give a little critiques, little podcast moment. I didn't see it again. So then it came time for a gig at Roscoe's. They recorded it. And I said, if I believe what I quoted myself, something along the lines of, I think she should just stay on Instagram because I don't think she's built for television.
Right.
That's what I said.
I'm remembering this now too. Okay.
That's what I said. And then someone was like, oh, and then I was like, well, what do you mean? I said, well, like myself, who narrated the show, and then I boasted about myself and about my season, who had won an Emmy. Congratulations to RuPaul's Drag Race, who just won 3. So I guess she has one under her belt as well. Cute. However, it was, sis, this is what we saw, and this is what you gave. Done and done. Boom. They played the clip, she saw it, and then she was like, well, I built myself up on Instagram over the last 5 years, blase, blase. Well, sis, I didn't say anything about that. I just said this. So, boom. Then we spoke about it, and then she called me aggressive, and I felt like those were selective words for white people. Just saying. And so I was just like, okay. So then after I apologized about it, she left the tweet and the post still on Twitter. So people were still dragging me. So I thought that was very intentional. So you're constantly posting new stuff that people are commenting on, but every post or every time someone comments on Twitter, old or new post, you get a notification. So you know that that post was still up there, and you knew I was still getting dragged for. So I feel we saw the truth in the character of her heart. It is what it is. Now, saw her on the red carpet or the pink carpet of
DragCon?
no, season 11, like when they walk in their lovely looks. And she saw me, and I had to interview her, and I had to like give her questions of what fans said. And I was like, fans have said some shady things. She was like, oh, is it from you? And I was like, no, sis, I said what I said on television. Like, boom. So I don't have no qualms with this girl. Let it be heard, for her to hear it again from my ears, to my mouth, to her ears and her heart. We have no qualms, no issues. I saw her at DragCon, said goodnight to her. Just saw her at Mickey's the other day ago. She gave a smooch on the cheek, whether that was just being polite. There's nothing in my heart. But I said what I said.
Okay.